Forbidden Love at the University. My story that ruined two lives. The sharp ring of the phone cut through the morning silence. An unfamiliar name flashed on the screen, but some inner intuition told me this was the end. My heart pounded, my palms grew sweaty. I knew this moment would come sooner or later, but I still wasn't ready. The consequences of my fateful decision were catching up to me like an inexorable train. Freshman year, and that look. I was an ordinary young professor, full of hopes and ambitions. The university seemed to me like a gateway to a new life, filled with knowledge and interesting acquaintances. One of the brightest students in our department was Emily, a young and charming freshman. Her presentations and seminars were captivating, and her deep mind and passion for the subject evoked genuine admiration. Like many other female students, she seemed to have a bit of a crush on me, from afar, platonically. One day in a seminar, she gave a particularly successful presentation, and I couldn't resist complimenting her. We started talking, discussing favorite writers, and I felt a spark between us. At that moment, I couldn't even imagine what this fleeting attraction would lead to. I was married, and that thought seemed like an insurmountable barrier. Forbidden attraction. Our meetings became more frequent. First, innocent consultations about studies, then more personal conversations after classes. She saw in me not just a teacher, but an interesting sobesednik, a smart and attentive girl. I, in turn, was fascinated by her intellect, sense of humor, and the hidden sadness that sometimes flickered in her eyes. We both understood that we were crossing a line, but it was as if we were bewitched. Secret meetings, stolen kisses in empty lecture halls, long nightly messages. Our affair developed rapidly, shrouded in the fear of exposure and the sweetness of forbidden fruit. I knew I was doing wrong, that I was destroying someone's family, but at that moment, love, or what seemed like love to me, clouded my mind. Fateful news and first cracks. Several months later, she told me she was pregnant. The world around me collapsed. Fear, despair, confusion, all these feelings mixed into a deafening cocktail. I told Emily that I didn't know what to do. My reaction was mixed. I was scared, confused, but at the same time felt responsible. Our secret meetings became even more nervous and strained. I wavered between her, my wife, and a sense of duty to our future child. Soon our strange behavior began to attract attention. Rumors spread through the university like wildfire. Someone's envious glances, whispers behind our backs. The atmosphere around us became increasingly hostile. A bolt from the blue, summons to the rector. One day I was summoned to the dean. The conversation was short and merciless. An anonymous letter detailing our relationship had reached the university administration. I was accused of immoral behavior, violating university regulations, and using my position as a teacher for personal gain. All my attempts to explain, to talk about my feelings, were in vain. The decision was made. I was dismissed from my position in disgrace, and my career as a professor, to which I had dedicated so many years, was ruined. Public condemnation was merciless. My wife filed for divorce. Friends turned away. I lost everything. Soon after, Emily was expelled from the university without the right to reinstatement. Her dream of higher education shattered in an instant. Loneliness and pain, paying for mistakes. After my dismissal, I found myself in complete isolation. My parents were shocked and angry. There was no support to be expected from them. I had to leave the city, change my phone number, and break all ties with my former life. Emily's pregnancy proceeded in an atmosphere of fear and uncertainty. I felt like an outcast, guilty before everyone. Emily tried to contact me, but I was afraid. Afraid of my wife, her condemnation, afraid of myself. Our forbidden love had turned into a tragedy for both of us. We paid too high a price for fleeting happiness. Life after. Scars that will remain forever. Several years have passed. Emily gave birth to a beautiful daughter whom she loves more than anything. Motherhood became her salvation, and at the same time, a constant reminder of her mistake. She managed to get her education by correspondence and found a job. But the past still haunts her. In the eyes of some people, she will forever remain that student who destroyed someone else's family and her own life. I don't know how her life turned out after that. Sometimes I think about her, about how she copes with the consequences of our affair. Perhaps she hates me as much as she once loved me, and perhaps she is right. This story is a bitter reminder that forbidden love rarely brings happiness.